Hi, welcome to Ad Life. I'm Sheri and this is my son, Rocky.
Hello.
Today we're going to make oat pecan burgers. You're going to really like these. These are a staple.
My favorite.
Oh, awesome.
One of my favorites.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you the very simplest way you can cook rice as a busy person. You can put the rice in the oven and walk away for an hour and then let that timer remind you when it's ready. All we need is a cup of rice. And I use the brown rice, and that's just because it has the full fiber in it. And so it's going to be healthier for your colon and for your health, and it's going to give you sustained energy that way.
And 2 1/3 cup water?
A quarter cup.
2 1/4 cup of water?
Yes. 2 1/4 cup of water. That's it.
There we go.
Okay, there, you can stir that up.
Mix it in a little bit.
Just mix the water and the rice. See,
Beat it out.
Rocky's just going to put that in
Just
the oven.
All right, and we're back.
Okay, so now we're going to do the second step.
Done.
The rice is done.
So that's ready to go. Then we're going to put in all the ingredients. 5 cups of water into your big pot.
This is so simple. Just throw them all in a pot, put them on the stove, and let them boil. Bring it to a boil.
This is a 1/2 cup of wheat-free tamari. Explain that one for us.
Yeah, this is wheat-free tamari, and the reason we use the wheat-free is because we don't do gluten, because we find that our digestion is so much better, our energy is better. Many people are sensitive to gluten nowadays, and some are even totally intolerant. So we're going to do wheat-free tamari so that the majority of the people can enjoy it.
It's kind of like soy sauce.
That is.
Pecans, can't have pecans, and can't have pecan burgers without the pecans.
And if you're sensitive to nuts, because some people really are that too, all you have to do is add a little more grain like rice or millet that's pre-cooked, and you'll be fine with that.
Nutritional yeast flakes. Now this is not baking yeast.
That's right.
So what are nutritional yeast flakes?
Well, they are a really good seasoning that gives it a cheesy flavor. I use it in a cheese sauce, and this is going to really enhance this. They say that Red Star actually has some B12 in it, which we need to pay attention to. So you can get these at health food stores. You can get it like this, or you can get it in bulk. I typically get it in bulk and put it in a container so it's really convenient. So this is Red Star yeast flakes. Look for yeast flakes, not like yeast that you would bake bread with. It's
Right.
not going to rise in your recipe.
So we have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of basil, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. We have fresh dried oregano.
That's from my garden. We dehydrated it in the dehydrator at a low temperature, and do you know when you do that and you do your own spices, they taste so much better.
Much better. Nice. 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of caraway seeds, and lastly 1 teaspoon of coriander.
And you know those caraway seeds, that's what makes it taste meaty. It's amazing how much this really does have that meaty flavor. Caraway is a special ingredient. Don't forget the caraway.
Mix it together really good.
I wish you can see inside the pan. All it is liquid with floating pecans and some seasonings that are just, he's breaking the clumps of the seasonings. And we're just going to put this on the stove. We're going to bring it to a boil. At that point, we're going to show you how all we're going to do is add the rice and the oats. So let's put that on the stove.
There's one more spot I had to get.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, it's all boiled and ready.
1/2 second, it's boiled and ready to go. We're all set to go. Yay.
Oh, the magic of television, right? It boiled so fast. It really didn't take long to boil. About maybe 5 to 10 minutes at the most. It smells delicious.
That's
it is
delicious.
Like, oh, that is so good.
So now we're adding the 2 cups of gluten-free quick oats.
I wanted to show you the bag. Gluten-free, and this is Bob's Red Mill. And we're using gluten-free again, like with the tamari sauce, because so many people are sensitive. Now we're going to add...
So we have our pecans, and we have the oats in here, because they're oat pecan burgers, but now we're adding rice. Why are we adding rice to oat pecan burgers?
This is another wonderful smell. I love the smell of cooked rice. I want you to see there's no more liquid in this, and that's how you know that your rice is done when you put it in the oven. 2 cups of cooked brown rice.
Is that too much?
No, that's good. That looks
That's
good.
about right.
Okay, watch the plop. Good.
Off the side.
Off the side, good. We've had that mistake before.
Okay, so we have let these soak for a while. We have a nice sticky texture. It took us about an hour and a half or more to let these soak, let it cool down to room temperature so that you can work with it. If you have difficulty getting it to this sticky, thicker consistency, add a little bit more oats to it and let it sit and stir them in good. And then we take this and we form it.
Now, I use a lid and a ring, and some good friends of mine down in Alabama showed me how to do this. Just take a piece of saran wrap or plastic wrap, put it on, and all this is going to do is make a handle for you. So you just pull it together, make a handle, stick it through the ring, your little handle part, and now you have a plastic coated lid underneath and the ring around it.
Very clever.
Yeah, nice. Most people have these, and they're not very expensive. They come in at Walmart, you can get them. But then I use a stiff spatula and just put it in, tip it upside down, and pull the little ring off, and I've got my little handy spatula to make it. Let's make a couple more.
A nice round burger.
Yes, it's a nice, they're all uniform sizes, they look good, and even on the counter. And then, all we do is fill this tray up with some burgers, and then we bake them. 30 minutes in the oven, and I just push the little ring down and work. So we're just going to fill this tray up and bake them.
30 minutes, 350, we'll be good.
Okay.
And there we have it. 30 minutes, and they're nice and brown and firmed up, and then you can put it into your bun with your any fixings you want on top of it for a nice burger.
Or you can have it as the main course in a meal with some mashed potatoes and gravy. Now this is a gravy that I used. It's just a little packet, a cup of water and gravy mix, and you can get it at gluten-free also, get it at the health food store.
Delicious.
Potatoes and a little side of vegetable, and you got a really nice meal, and it's one of our favorite family dinners. So I hope you're going to enjoy these burgers and use them as we have, and many years to come.
And thank you for joining us today with the Ad Life Chefs.
Okay, we'll see you again.